Hey, before I get started, I just wanted to say that, okay, so I'm back. I'm sorry I had to tweet and everything else because everybody wanted me to do this. So, I had a couple of clients earlier today, and we was talking about how our African sisters are very bitter over a lot of different things. Excuse me. So, the problem is that our African sisters, we tend to not forgive. We're not taught to forgive. We're taught to hate. We're taught to, we're not really taught to love. And this is why. Because the women are trying to become men emotionally. And this is why I say the women are trying to become men emotionally. A lot of us don't know how to stay in our place. I hate to say this, but shit, even me, I don't like it because I'm a very dominant spirit. But but do I think that a woman and a man have a role after being married and with my husband for a long period of time? Yes, we all do have a role, and a lot of women don't want to accept the roles that we have. And what I mean is that as a woman, we're supposed to be dainty. You gotta excuse me because I got people hitting me up on Facebook asking me how can they connect to my channel. So let me, and one is asking me to play some of the music that I was listening to earlier. So hold on, let me add these people. But in the meantime, I can actually so a lot of our sisters aren't taught to forgive, right? And as women, we feel like, okay, Beyonce got us feeling like we run the world. Girls, okay? Y'all could keep following that bullshit if you want to. A woman do rule the universe. Don't get it twisted, fellas. But he has to steer it. He is the captain of the ship. And or what we fail to realize is that we want to feel like we're just like a man. No, the hell we not. I'm not even about to tell you that. Because it's not my job to empty garbage. It's not my job to pump gas. It's not my job to do a lot of things that a man would normally do. Because you know what? Honey, I'm not doing that. My daddy ain't play that mess. My stepdad ain't play that mess. Men do that. That's, y'all work, y'all do all this. A woman works too. Don't get it twisted. I don't believe in no lazy ass woman. No. But the woman is the nurturer. She is the healer. She is the backbone of the family. He is the front line of defense. But when he gets hit, he needs his backbone. He needs that nurse, that healer, that mother, that wife, that friend, that best friend. Everything that a woman can be to teach her husband. That's what she is. And a lot of times we don't know how to play that role. And it's because, and I'm about to really hit some knowledge on you on this one. It's because you, as a woman, have had to deal with niggas that weren't really your time. Really worth your time. I'm talking about really weren't really your time, but it's really worth your time. Excuse me. I'm steady trying to do like 3 or 4 things at the same time. You have niggas that aren't really worth your time. And the issue is we feel like as women that we should leave the man alone that is worth something because he might not look like what we want, versus the brother that is fine as all outdoors, don't have nothing going for him, and we trying to make stuff work because we want to match him. I got a problem with that. Haven't you heard of that saying that the one that you are meant to be with is not going to be nothing that you normally would date? You ain't heard that? My husband is a very handsome man, but he wasn't the type of guy that I would normally date. I like a man with long hair. He has a shortcut. I like a man that was dark, 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 dark. My husband is nowhere near dark. I don't like a man with hair on his chest. And I married one. Same thing with my husband. He likes darker women. As you can see, I'm not dark. He likes women that have fuller lips. I don't have full lips. I'm not going to lie to you. I wish I did. But my lips are fine, so I ain't worried about it. He likes a woman that's more submissive than me. But you know what? He likes the fact that I am submissive yet dominant. And this is why I say this. I had to learn, girl, I'm still learning how to submit. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's a hard task. It takes years to master that bullshit there. I am not the type of woman that can submit very easily because I'm very hard-headed and I can be very stubborn. But you know what? I can admit that. And I'm not going to tolerate BS. I'm going to let you, I'm going to speak my mind. And if you can't handle it, then guess what? You can bounce. And my husband already knows that. A lot of women that he has dealt with in the past don't understand how two fiery people actually work. A lot of them don't even understand how we got married and they didn't. And that's a whole different subject. But a woman should always know her self-worth. Our daughters are looking at us to know what their example is. And when you don't know what you are, then you're affecting the daughter. So if the daughter is seeing you with multiple brothers and you constantly keep getting heartbroken and heartbroken and heartbroken and heartbroken, or you're constantly just doing stuff, guess what? You're teaching her how to be a tramp, and you're teaching her that it's okay to have multiple men, and you're teaching her to just be all off balance, and that's not what we're supposed to be. And then that's another situation. A lot of us are bitter because our mothers was a certain way and didn't teach us as women how to act. The men that we have dated in the past, we're trying to find our father figures because a lot of us weren't raised with fathers. And a lot of us are trying to raise men that weren't raised with a mother or a father. Or they were raised by a mother, but the mother babied him so much to where he don't even know how to be a man. And vice versa. The men get fed up too. But the lazy ass woman that think that she's supposed to just pop her cooch and the man is supposed to fall in love. That's not fair. Or the sister that think a man is supposed to take care of her, but she won't take care of him. That's not fair. Or the sister that's all about her own self gain and everybody else just falls off. Me, 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 but don't know how to respect the African man. Or she's just lazy and she doesn't know how to submit. Whew, child, when I tell you that submit word is a doozy, that submitting word is a doozy. It is. You have to really love your spouse to really know how to submit. And submitting is not just, oh well, I'ma just do what he say for a little bit. When he get on my nerves, I ain't about to do it. No. Submitting is the whole shebang. When your husband is super pissed and he tells you to shut the fuck up, and you gotta shut up. Instead of saying anything else. Oh, child. Because you didn't say too much already to where you irked that nerve, so he has to tell you to shut the fuck up. You have to shut up. I know y'all like, shit, I ain't shutting up for shit. See where that gets you in your marriage. Or see where that gets you in your relationship. See what that would do for you. See what happens. Let's see how long you'll stay in it. And see, that's where that prima donna bullshit come in, because I'm princess this, I'm Tiara that, I want to be this, I want to be a fairy like I am on TV. Fuck that. See, y'all doing too much. We all want wonderful marriages. We all want love. We all want unconditional bliss. But if you, my friend, if you can't even love yourself or have to be bitter, who the fuck want to be around that? That's what people don't understand. Like, even as an African woman myself, I get some clients that are just bitter for no reason. And when they come in, I don't know if they had a bad day or what. And I could be like, okay, hey, how you doing? What would you like today? Whatever, you just do my hands. Whatever. That's not how I asked you. First of all, I said, good morning. What would you like done? The least thing you could say is good morning back. But we can't even do that. We have, even when we see another woman, we already sizing her up like, let me hold on to my man. We ain't got to go through all that. I don't want your man. Your man ain't that serious. I promise you. I can't help that he's looking at me. And then that's when the shit pop off. It's always something. Our sisters are bitter about every damn thing. We can't work for shit together. So this is our project. This is the project that I am giving my sisters. Right? Okay? So I'm going to start it. I want you to pick 5 women that you do not know and have already judged. And I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna have the balls to do it, but hey, so what? The ones that do, jump on the bandwagon. The rest of y'all, if you're not about to change, then go jump off a ledge, because I ain't got time to be playing with people's kids. Pick 5 women that you really don't know and that you already judged. And tell them something very positive. Not like, oh girl, your shoes always match at work. Do you use Listerine? Because whatever you use, your breath smell fresh. Girl, I like your bracelet. What about them earrings, though? Where did you get those earrings from? Girl, you okay with me, though? Don't do that. That is not a compliment. Tell them something real special that most people probably... You never know what that person went through or why she is the way she is, because she probably don't know any decent people that can accept the fact that she needs some help. Like my aunt would always tell me, you can't make an enemy if your enemy don't have anything negative to say. And that's true. What can your enemy say about you? What can your enemy say negative about you if you're being humble, kind? And yes, some of them will still act bitter and bitchy, but at the end of the day, what can they say about you? Nothing. Nada. Zilch. And that's the problem. So this is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to call out 5 women. Lauren Wilkins. You are such a wonderful person when you open up. You're easier to talk to. You have one of the best personalities ever. And I wish more people would see more of it. It's not that I don't like you. It's just that you scare me off. Because you don't know how to respond to kindness. But that's okay. I still think you're a genuine person. Tamika Washington. You're always so encouraging, even when you can be spiteful. At the end of the day, you still actually analyze and care about people's emotions. It's not that I don't like you. It's just that I would like for you to be nicer because you have such a wonderful personality. Felicia Tompkins. It's never been about you. And what I mean, it's never been about you. It's never been to a point that I just dislike you at all. I don't. Hell, I don't even know you, but one thing I do know is that you're very honest. And I wish a lot more people were honest like you. You don't say stuff to make people feel good. You say it because you want them to know the truth. And as long as you stand at truth, even when it's not the way that we want to hear it, you always say it, and I appreciate you for that. What's that? Hey. Hey, Mr. Mosley. What else? I can't think of her name. Oh, that's bad. Oh, Katrina Matthews. I think that you're one of the most sweetest people out here. It's just that you put on a tough shield so no one can judge or hurt your feelings. Believe it or not, I think you're one of the most coolest people ever. Yep, I really do. And last but not least, Latoya Johnson. No, I'm not acting all brand new. I'm just making a video. Don't look, sir. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. No. Pineapples. Latoya Johnson, we have had our falling outs, but I don't hate you. If anything, I appreciate you for always being in my left field, even telling me the truth when I didn't want to hear it, and for always being such a good person. I never hated you. You just thought I did, but I never hated you. And that is the end of my 5 sisters that I actually have nothing negative to say. And that's what I would like for everybody to do, is to really stop being so damn negative to one another, to where we don't know how to appreciate ourselves and the other woman just because we feel like we are in competition. If anything, you're never in competition with another woman. You're supposed to always have sisterhood and work together. And a lot of us are just bitter because we can't get the man that we want, or whatever the case may be, and we got the pre-Madonna complex and all this bullshit here. Just let it go. Breathe. You're not dying. You're not hurt. At the end of the day, you'll survive. Stop being the bitter, angry black woman that want to take the man away from his kids because you can't have him. Stop being the African woman that's bitter because the man left in general. Stop looking at your kids like they're pawns because you're unhappy. Stop treating your kids or disrespecting them just because you're not happy with the fact that the other parent is not there. And it's crazy to me because I could never look at my child and make him feel like I just hate him or any of my other children. Because you know what? That lets me know I'm giving them way too much power. And if me and my husband was to split Kosi that anytime, I'm still going to love my kids. Because you know why? It ain't got shit to do with him. That's between me and my children. That's the bond that I made with them. Not that extra BS that these women, one minute they hear and next minute they got another dude being called daddy and then he's gone and the children don't know. I ain't got time for that. I don't. So with that being said, stop being bitter over just dumb stuff. I'm asking you to unite and do the challenge. Stop sizing up other women because you're insecure. A lot of us are insecure. Let's work on our jealousy. I want to work on mine. So I think that we should all work on our jealousy. I think that we should encourage one another. And I'm not just talking about money-wise, because I know other women that work together and let's just say their business relationship is not on point. And they talk about each other all the time. So I don't understand that. I really don't understand what's the purpose of working together if you can't establish a good foundation of friendship or sisterhood. So